Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Venus, the goddess of love, here to do a reading for the collective in regarding you, whoever you are. Please note this is a collective reading. Take what resonate, leave what does not. Only use this information if you hit the spot. Okay. So let's see what these cards have to say. We'll start with the spirit guides and see how they guide this reading. Let's see. What advice can I get a collective for their life? What advice can I give the collective for their life? Wow. Okay, so the overall energy is life force. It says express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So this could be directed at a feminine, although this looks like a male, but I feel like we're speaking to a feminine when you talk about sexual powers are increased. Sensual, well, men can be sensual and sexual powers are increased. So you might be tempting at this time. But seriously, you might be exuding a lot of feminine, or a lot of for the women, a lot of feminine energy. For the masculine, a lot of sensual, sexy energy. Yeah, I feel like somebody feel like they the sexiest man alive right now. You might have been in the gym, eating right, drinking your water. That's what I feel like. And if not, then this is that advice. Yeah, hit the gym, drink your water, take your vitamins. Yeah. And it said express your driving passion. So somebody is very passionate right now. I don't know why I just heard this, but somebody want to lay somebody down. Okay, take that if it resonates. Yeah. But, and then it talks about life force. You know that sensual, sexual energy is life force energy. That's the actual act that has to happen in order to bring life into this world. Yeah, so somebody, I heard that song R. Kelly, Half on the Baby. If you know, you know, but if not, look it up and listen to those lyrics and see if it resonates with you. In your heart space, we have downloads and understanding. It says, truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So I feel like you are open. You are open to receive downloads and understanding. You get new understanding about things, about life, the universe. Yeah, the truth is being revealed. I feel like a veil has lifted. You're seeing with a new set of eyes. Like God has allowed your insight to deepen. He feel like your heart can handle this new truth that He's allowing you to see. Yeah. And it's coming from heaven in the astral realm. So just be open to whatever downloads you may receive. Like, I've been getting a lot of downloads. I don't know if I should keep them private or if I should speak about them. I'm keep going to reading, and if it comes up again, I'll speak about it. In your mind space, we have experiencing grace. It says share your gift with grace. Share your gifts. So that means you have multiple gifts. Share them with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Yeah, so you may be inspired to show the world the real you. Show up in a form that God has allowed you to be through your experience, the person you have grown to be. So what I feel like is people may not, when you run into old friends or people that know you for a long time, they might not recognize you. You may have went through a glow up. That's what I feel. And you're experiencing this all with grace. It's not to be snobby, or you don't have a look at me now energy. You're showing up with so much grace. That's what I feel when I see him in this suit. That's what I feel like. He's so graceful, and he's still that guy, but he's doing it with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Yeah. So a lot of stuff is coming through. Waves of inspiration and love, downloads and understanding. And look, advice from spirit is higher learning. It says you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. So God not done with you yet. Even though you've come a long way, He not done. Wow. And I feel like your heart is open and ready for this new energy. Yeah, experience have grown you and stretched you so that you have more room to receive all that God wants to pour into you. And then we have ancestor spirit. Connect with your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. I feel like with all these downloads and understanding, I feel like a lot is coming through right now, so let me take it in. I feel like with downloads and understanding, you're understanding and recognizing the patterns that have been placed on your bloodline, or things that not only you dealt with, but your mother dealt with, or your grandparents dealt with. So like, I'm gonna use an example. So random, but this happened in my family. My aunt, my dad's sister, she lost her husband at a young age. Like, they were young, freshly married, had little kids. Their children were still young when she lost him in a car accident. And my sister lost her children's father while they were still young. I mean, they still young. He's been gone for 3 years, and I think the oldest of the children that they have together is 6. And the baby, she's so young. She's 3, so she was a teeny weeny baby when they lost him. So I'm saying, I gave this story to say that's generational. It didn't just happen to one person in my family. It happened to multiple people. And who knows in generations before that we don't even talk about now. But yeah. So I recognize that pattern. So I had to talk to my sister about it too. I talked to her and I told her, you know what, this has happened more than once. So it could be a generational thing. So I need you to heal from the loss and the hurt that she experienced, from the grief. She had to heal from the grief so that it won't transpire into the next generation. I also had a talk with my aunt who lost her husband, and she said, even though this man has been gone for 20 plus years, she had never remarried. She had never loved another man like she loved her husband. And genuinely, I understand her. I do. I understand how she feels. But to feel that way and hold on to someone that you know is not coming back, that's grief still lingering in her life. Now, take it how you want to take it. I'm just simply saying, by her holding on so tight to that, it allowed that grief to seep into the next generation. So by me recognizing the pattern, I told my sister, I was like, honey, you gotta heal from this. I understand. I know I can't sympathize with the hurt. I understand the process of losing someone that you love or a partner, but I've never lost a partner that I shared children with. So that's a different kind of grief, you know. And then to carry your children, to put all that grief on top of you, then to continue to have to carry your children. I don't understand that grief, but I do recognize it. And I do know that there's a healing that can take place with it. So I don't want to go too deep into it, but I do want to say that's what I mean when I say recognizing um, wounds in the lineage. Yeah, so it didn't happen to me personally, but I did recognize it, and I spoke about it, and I talked about it, and hopefully the healing. My sister, she's come a long way. She has come an extremely long way. I can, and it may just take time. It All healing don't happen overnight, but it may take more time. But she's on the journey of healing that wound, so that our offspring, not just her children. I'm not claiming it for mine, but on down the line, don't have to deal with this. And okay, so that's enough. I'm done talking about that. Okay, so yeah, let's get a crystal. And this reading wasn't that long, but it don't have to be a long reading. I'm gonna get a crystal and wrap it up. Okay, so the crystal we have for you today is yellow jasper. Y'all keep looking for a one because I want to read with a one. Okay. Your angel number is 8. It says yellow jasper is a companion stone that helps with mental clarity. That said downloads and understanding, getting clarity, and also higher learning. It helps one deal with unjust circumstances and prevent setbacks in progress. Unjust circumstances, like I said, my aunt, she lost her children's father in a car accident. That wasn't fair to her family. I mean, it wasn't for him to be gone like that, So yellow jasper will help her deal with that, that grief and that accepting the cards that life has dealt her. And it prevents setback in progress. You remember how I was telling you how she said she'll never marry and she'll never love another man. She's stuck with her husband and he's gone. So I feel like that's a setback. She can't move forward past that grief. Again, y'all, I do understand. That's why God give us choices. Nobody can force her out of that place she's allowed herself to stay in. And it could be comfortable. It could be her life mission. It could be whatever she desired it to be because it's her life. But I'm just speaking on it so that in case you're dealing with it, you have other options if that's what you want. This stone brings balance to people, allowing them to be realistic when evaluating any personal or work-related situation. It sustains and supports through times of stress and brings tranquility and wholeness. That'll be awesome if a person was dealing with that, to bring in that tranquility and make them feel whole again. Because she could be stuck in that place because she feel like part of her is missing. And it just keep her there. But yeah, it'll make it will fill that void, make her feel whole again. This stone helps absorb negative energy and clean environmental and electromagnetic pollution. So yeah, it'll help absorb any kind of negative energy. I feel like grief is a negative energy. It aids in encouraging honesty with oneself and provide courage to assertively tackle one's problem. It re-energizes the body and helps during prolonged illness. It's related to the root, chakra, and solar plexus. So this is yellow jasper. Yeah, so I want to touch on something else outside of, like, I feel like there's been a message for this reading, but we did talk about experiencing grace. You can always move forward with grace. Healing don't have to be an ugly process. It could be a graceful process. like I was saying about how he looked like he went through a glow up, but he ain't in no arrogant energy. No, maybe because he had to heal, or he had to show up like this in order for him to be, in order for him to dress that wound up, that whatever hurt him inside, he had to glow up. He couldn't stay stuck in that residue of what life gave him. And he had to do his research with higher learning. He had to, I'm talking about Paul the Vatican now. How I feel like the energy that I have is that he did the glow up. He by the grace of God, he came out of it. Yeah, it says share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So he was inspired to be a better man. Whatever he went through, it helped. It was those building blocks to get him to the next level of wherever he needs to go, or wherever he is right now. And it says, you have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Yeah, so he's come a long way, but there's still a long way to go. Yeah. So every day we wake up with a new opportunity to grow, chase our dreams, evolve. Yeah. So, yeah. That has been a reading. I hope that it resonated. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading.